There are some games that do not come across well in a trailer. Now, I'm not here to theorize why. We'll save that one for another YouTuber. But Blackbird is one of those games. The interjection of the story with very little gameplay is confusing. What the hell does a little girl have to do with the bird hatching? There's no way to feel any of the excitement or nuance you get from playing. It's unfortunate because Blackbird is awesome, one of the best bullet hell games I've played. Yes, it's odd, and I have no idea what's going on, but it sure is fun. For those confused, like I was, I got you covered. If you removed all of the art, Blackbird is a simple bullet hell. Dodging will be the most important thing you can do. So instead of a ship, like most bullet hells, you're a bird. And instead of bullets, your bird shoots bubbles. This is not something I can explain, so we're going to go with it. Moving on. The goal of each of the 4 levels is to destroy all the towers. It's not so simple. Not only are there enemies in the level trying to kill you at all times, but the towers also spawn enemies. Blackbird throws a lot at you. Enemies can come in from any direction, and of course, they'll just keep shooting at you. I don't think you can clear the level. So you bubble them up until they die and collect the gems that drop. Those gems are not only for score, but they also upgrade your bird. Okay, hold that thought about the upgrades for a second. At the end of each level is a boss. They're straightforward with a weak point and multiple phases. I didn't find them too difficult. I love their design though. The first time through the game, you have no idea what to expect from them. Here's a few extra tidbits of information you should know. This might be considered slight spoilers if you wanted to figure it out yourself. However, I don't think you'd be watching this if that was the case. So I'm going to continue. So first, you have lives and bombs in the very typical fashion for these games. But the bombs get more powerful the higher your combo score is. So it's best to use them when the score combo says max. They will drop a ton of gems, which is key if you want to beat the game. Like I said, they're not just for score. Second, you're going to need to memorize the secret location of pots. I'm not going to spoil the exact spots, obviously, but it's always the same locations. When you break them, you can choose to pick up an extra life, bombs, or speed. You shoot it to switch the pickup type. Stacking lives is great, but bombs are important too. Having a stockpile of both will give you the best chance of winning. Now the upgrade system. I know it's been longer than a second. It's a little confusing at first to realize that gems are your score and passively upgrading the bird. But that kind of double duty is very welcome. Upgrading is the most important mechanic of Blackbird. Adding more firepower, especially bubbles that shoot in different directions, is extremely helpful. The automatic upgrading is great and keeps the gameplay simple and pure. You only have to collect those gems, which you were going to collect anyway for the score. You can see how both of these decisions feed into each other. It's smart. The better you get at the game, the faster you get at getting gems. Your intuition gets better at feeling when you'll get an upgrade. Then you'll be able to better balance continuing on to the boss or collecting more gems in the current level. You don't want to stay too long, but you don't want to be without an upgrade. So, all the footage you've seen so far has been normal mode. After you complete it, a true mode unlocks, and well, I see what they mean about the true mode. Here's the first level in true mode. you see the difference, huh? It's a lot more difficult with so many more projectiles coming at you. It feels like a completely different game. I do enjoy how comfortable I feel now at this higher difficulty. I appreciate that I was able to feel out the game in normal mode first. So far, I've only been able to make it to the second level. The reward, though, is a better ending and, of course, bragging rights. Anyway, I mentioned the style of the game in the intro, but didn't mention that it's something I really enjoy. So many strange enemies and bosses. The simple color palette actually helps keep everything clear, and I can focus on those gems. The music, too. It's fun. Sometimes the enemies will swoop into the music, and it's great. The game keeps rewarding you for picking up those gems, and when you nail a huge bomb, it is so awesome. The crazy bird animation and gems that drop feel like winning big on a slot machine. Overall, Blackbird is great, and I like it a lot. The game is worth your time. It's a tough bullet hell with an interesting look. Here's your warning that it's going to be short. It took me an hour to be good enough to complete normal mode, and while true mode is more difficult, it's not impossible. It's an arcade game where you'll be making many runs working on your online ranking. Hey, thanks for watching. I don't comment about price in the review, but I gotta say, at $20, Blackbird is a bit pricey.